Alrighty, we are back. This is 01 of 1, and as you can tell by the textures, we have not quite loaded everything in yet, but that's fine. Just give it a few seconds. Okay, so I've been thinking, and I don't actually like the skitterer. So the concept is good, right? I like the concept of it. But I think at this point in the game, I'm not ready for a large grid ship yet. And I think it would be better for me if I were to disassemble it and use the parts to do something more important, right? And, you know, now that I do know that the concept works, I can use the same, you know, rotary whatever thing anywhere else, really. So in like all my small grid stuff. So we are going to take everything in here. We're going to disassemble it. And yeah. I don't know if it's going to break. I mean, odds are it probably will. Especially with the rotors, but maybe they'll just kind of just chill. And so what we're going to do instead, while that is kind of disassembling everything, is we're going to work on building up our hydrogen base. So I'm going to load up the caterpillar with some supplies, some basic stuff. So like I don't know if I want like a refinery, but I definitely want an assembler down there. We'll throw some power modules in there and a battery, and then just a bunch of plates after that. Or it might actually be better to do the ore instead of the plates. How much do we have? Do we even have any? Iron. 3.2 thousand, that's it. Okay, so we're gonna go and get some iron real quick. So I'm gonna pause while I do that, and because I mean I gotta get a lot done in this episode, so probably gonna be doing a lot of pausing. But yeah, I'll be right back. All right, so we've made it down to the mine, and I'm gonna take a quick look. I think we have fully expended everything that this current drill setup can do. So deep you can't even see the bottom. But yeah, so we are extended out all the way, which means that there's not really much more that we can do here, except rebuild the drill rig again, and then dig down deeper. So we'll bring all that in, and then we'll get that done in a different episode. I'm not too worried about it now. We have more than enough materials for what we need, so almost 300,000. So I think we'll be okay. And then I'm gonna bring. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna need a refinery out there, because if I dig down too deep or if I dig through the ice, then I'll have a bunch of stone and I'll need to process that. So let me just grab some stuff, I guess. So we'll throw that into there. And then we'll throw another 10,000 into there. Okay. All right. I think that should be roughly, not quite the right direction, but close enough. We are slow moving. Then again, we are trying to go uphill with a lot of weight and into reducing atmosphere. So yeah, so you can see the battery power just kind of dropped a little bit there. So we were at like 2 hours and we dropped down to 38 minutes. And that's because we passed the threshold of atmosphere. And so requires more power to stay up in the air. We are we gonna stop in time? Yes. Okay, good. Oh, hey, buddy. Where are you going? Where are you going? Calm down. Oh, yeah, it's actually going down all the way now. Did that get... Oh, yeah, I fixed that in the last episode. The piston was getting stuck, is what the issue was. So let's spin ourselves around, try not to destroy anything. And the good news is we're coming up on sunrise, which means that our solar panels are going to start producing as well. I mean, not that they're actually doing anything because I think all of my batteries are fully charged, but oh my god. That was not what I wanted to do. Hello? What just happened? Okay, turn it onto auto, right? Okay, that was weird. Did I lose a battery? No. Did I lose the connector? Okay. That is the first time that I've ever actually damaged something with this thing. Alright, so 7, 9, there we go. Okay, so I want to transfer everything out of here right away, because I am going to have to put in... I don't even have enough room. Okay, that could be an issue. But, yeah, so I'm going to start building sort of what we need. I'm going to need a battery, probably a turbine. So, okay. Get ourselves a tier 3 turbine. And then we will take out, apparently we have everything, okay. Alright, so this can go, oh wait. Hold on, I need to make sure that I'm only putting in just the pieces and parts that I need because I'm trying to save on space. Okay, and oh, I can fit stuff in here, nice. Okay, so let's try this again. So, turbine, this guy, take it all. Okay, good. Alright, so now we'll just make sure that we put all of that in there. So that's our turbine. Next thing that we're going to need is a battery. And I think I'm going to go for, can I make a tier 3 battery? Tier 3 battery requires tier 3 power cells. Tier 3 power cells require silver. Okay. So I can actually make those. I don't know how much silver I have though. Silver, 629. So that should be enough to make about 1,000 power cells. So that should be enough. Okay, so then we're gonna go with a tier 3 power cell, or battery. So we'll throw that on there, grab everything that we can, and then set everything else to build. And I'll just continually grab pieces out of here until we have everything. Okay. I could technically grab the stuff out of here. These power cells are very heavy. And that has completely filled up one cargo container. That is... yeesh. We might have to make multiple trips. All right, so there is a tier 3 battery and a tier 3 power cell. Next thing that we are going to need is the tier 3 assembler. So we'll grab those pieces. Would be nice to make a tier 4, but I don't know if I can make the tier 4 components yet. So we'll add one of those. Grab everything that I can. I think we're going to end up running out of space. And that's using up everything. Storage inventories only. Okay, so we'll put that in there. We'll put this in there as well. Okay. So that frees up some more space. And I think I have to make everything else. Okay, so this is... Okay. And then another thing that I'm gonna have to do is put a cargo box in there as well. Okay, so we'll make everything else. And then, okay, so I'm just gonna do like a basic one. I don't need anything like super fancy or anything, so we'll do that. Take out all of those pieces. And then before I put the battery down, I'm gonna have to get the base set up. And by base, I mean like a physical base, not like a location base. And that is all the way full. Are you serious right now? But I can set up and tear down the turbine while I'm down there. So that shouldn't be an issue. And then I've got the storage, so I can start at least building that a little bit. And then we'll kind of see how we go from there. And then as far as why I want to get the hydrogen, I think hydrogen engines are more powerful. In fact, I know that they're more powerful. So if I do want to make like a long range, you know, type of ship or whatever, then I'm probably going to want to make it a hydrogen ship. And then I can put some engines on there for power and all that other fun stuff. So should be interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of room and a lot of ice that we can pull out of this thing. I just hope that it's actually like decently thick. You know what I mean? Because that would be amazing. And then another interesting thing that I could do is I could dig a cave in here, right? Put like a little base in there. Is that really where I wanted to put this? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, I remember that I walked out this far, and that's where I wanted to put it. So let's get a little bit closer. All right. Hopefully we're not damaging anything. Alright. So we are locked. Doesn't look like anything is broken, so that's good. Alright, so then the first thing that I'm going to do is set up the box so we can actually store everything. Are you really going to plant yourself like in there? It's just dumb. But whatever. It'll work and we can always take it apart. Alright, and then I need the rest of the pieces. Okay. So now we can start storing all of the things in there. So let's grab as much as we can. And we should be able to put all of it in here. Because this thing has got 15,000 and I think the caterpillar only holds about 9,000 liters. Not sure what the glass is for, but whatever. And then I think the next thing that I'm going to get is just a bunch of plates, steel plates, so that way I can start working on the base, and then I can set up everything else that I'm going to need. As I said, there's a lot of work that needs to be done for this, so it's going to be interesting. Why is there detector components in here? It's just weird. Whatever, I'm just going to move everything. And medical components? I mean, I suppose I can put another thing out here, so that'll work, I guess. Alright, so now that we've got that, yeah, time to head back. And then I think it's back this way, yes. Do. So this thing is 30,000 pounds empty, which means that it can only hold about 53,000 pounds, well, kilograms, but you know what I mean, full, which, you know, that's a decent amount. That's a very decent amount. Alrighty. Is that thing already Wow, it's already deconstructed all the way. That's impressive. All right. All right. Ooh, a little too much. go to the right. There we go. Okay. Now I need to make sure that I grab any other components that are needed. Build planner's empty. Okay, good. So then all I need is just a lot of plate. And then we should at least be able to start working on the basic idea of the base out there. And then once we have the base made and we put the assembler on there, actually, why am I doing it this way? This is dumb. I can just do it like this. Easy. 22,000. Wow, that's a lot of weight. Let's take half of that. Okay. And then we want to grab just stuff, I guess. Let's see, where is my iron? Iron. I know I had a lot of it. I think I'm just blind and I can't see it. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to grab all of this iron, and I know that that's really, really dense. So that'll be good to get us started. And then we'll grab like 1,000. But we need to put into one of the other ones. So connector 2, and I have it as hide empty. So that's not going to work. Okay, there we go. So we're going to put in 1,000 of that, and then silicon we'll put in 1,000 of that, which I know is really, really dense too. That's actually not bad. Okay. All right. What else do we need? Do we need cobalt? Is it the only cobalt that we have right there? So we might need to get some more cobalt. And then we'll probably need to build a refinery out there as well. But I mean, this should be enough to get us kind of started. I mean, especially since we've got everything that we need for the assembler out there already, plus power generation. So we should be okay. And then I do know that I want to put in some power modules. So 3 of these. So I'm probably not going to have enough room for this. And then also a speed module. So let's grab what I can, I guess. Oh, wait, no. Hang on. We can do this a smarter way. Okay, so we've got everything that we need here, right? So then we can just do this, grab some more, then throw that in there, grab some more, okay, and then we'll fill up this guy. What are we at? About 35,000. Okay. I'm talking total weight so far. Our limit is about 50. Okay. And then we'll throw that on there. Okay, so that's all the modules that we're going to need. So 3 power and 1 speed. And I'm not going to worry about the refinery yet. I'll get that on the next trip, I think. But yeah, so you know the basic deal. We're just going to fly over there. And it looks like we are still somewhat responsive, so we'll be good. So I'm going to pause, and I will be right back. All right, and we are coming in for a landing. All right, so now I'm gonna actually offset myself a little bit because we do want to build the base, physical base, not location base, basically right where that cargo box is. So we go. All right, so just gonna grab some of these to start with, and then we want to orient. I have no idea. Nah, it doesn't really matter which way we orient, I suppose. I do want it to be with gravity though, so I think that'll work. And yeah, something like this. And then we're gonna do probably a 5x5 base. So basically within this right here, although I might do a 7x7 and round the corners. Nah, I think we'll be good here. So we don't really need all that much space here, but we are going to need room to store at least some basic stuff. So the basic idea of this thing is we're going to have a large base which is going to spin around on a single rotor. Not exactly the best design in the world, but it might work. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so then the next thing that I have to do is move all of the components from here into another one. So I need interior plate, which I think is only in here. And if I take everything out of here, then maybe I don't want everything to drop through everything. I didn't really think this through very well, did I? I should have put a block down first and then place the cargo block. I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter, and I could actually just take all this down and build it around that. That actually might be a better idea. And then I'll just kind of start building around it, and then I'll replace that as like the last thing. And then we're going to go 2 around on either side. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so we're going to throw in... Can I take out just a little bit of this without actually destroying it? Well, no. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Doesn't make any sense. Okay. So assembler first, right? So, and then I can always move that as needed. So tier 3 assembler, I'm going to need some alloy plates or not to build it. Okay. We'll have that be open, and then we'll start doing the power modules around it. Just because I know that that's probably going to be the most important thing, given that we're out kind of in the boondocks and we don't have any kind of established, well, anything at this point. Why would you do that? Try again. Drop it down. There we go. Okay. So we'll put all of this in there, and then I'm just going to take everything that I need. Oh. And then that as well. There we go. And this isn't like the final position of any of this. Like, it is all going to be moving. But I do need to set this up first. That way I can build the rest of the base here. How do you... Apparently I need more steel plate though. And more power cells. Is all that stuff in here? Yes. Okay, make sure that's built. Okay, so that'll get the assembler up and running. Next thing I need to do is build the battery and then throw the turbine basically on top of it. We don't need it to be 100% efficient. It is going to be putting out a lot of power. We're probably not going to use that much. Okay. Grab the rest of this stuff. Okay, good to go. Next thing is going to be the battery. And those parts might be in here, but we'll put the battery over here. And tier 3 battery, right? Did it not give me everything that I needed? All right, we're at 32 minutes so far. Okay, so here is our battery. And then we're just going to build the turbine basically right on top of it. So let's get that in there. Or we could build the turbine kind of off to the side maybe. That might be a better idea. Turbine, add to build planner. Grab all the pieces and parts. Then we'll grab some additional plates. And we'll set the turbine off to the side a little bit. So we'll go out this way. 1, 2, 3. That should work. And we'll just put that on there. Like I said, I'm not really worried about efficiency on this thing. I just need a little trickle of power. So even if it's just like 300, yeah, that'll be fine. Because this thing, when it's working, is going to use less than that. And we're not planning on using that thing too much. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, so I think a lot of this is stuff that I didn't actually need down here. But we can start grabbing some of the raw materials and then making basically whatever we need. So grab the iron. And the nickel. And the silicon. Probably going to need more of both of those, but I do have all of those pieces of glass, so I can always disassemble those if needed. Speaking of which, I'm just going to move those over. That can go in there. Because that's going to be a lot of silicon right there, if I need it. Okay. So we're good here. Don't see any enemies, so that's always good. Okay, so now this is now all the way empty, so now we can move this as well. And we'll put that... I mean, it would make sense to put it right in front of here, right? Small cargo. Good enough. All right. Now let's grab the rest of this stuff. And I have to remember what else I decided to put in here. Fun times. Okay, so there's a speed module that I have not built. Not too worried about that, honestly. Okay, so that's everything out of the caterpillar. And now I can start actually building up what I want to build on here. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of that stuff. Also, build and repair unit would be really useful. So I'm going to build one of those as well. And we'll just kind of stick it. Well, no, we're going to need to stick it onto here. So yeah, that'll work. Because it needs to have access to all of this stuff in order to get built. There we go. Okay. And whatever we don't have, we can make. And I don't have the speed module on there, so this is a little slow, but it's not terrible. All right, now that's gonna automatically start trying to build the blocks here, which I suppose is fine. I don't think I have enough plate for that, but I can always make more. Okay, so then the next thing that I want to build is going to be the rotor that everything is going to sit on. And then we're just going to have it be a basic rotor because I don't need to transfer anything down below. So we'll do that, add those parts in there. Okay. And then I can always go back, and this should still be charging, right? Yeah. So even with the assembler running, we are still charging the battery, which is good. The only bad thing is we're going to be losing 95 tier 3 power cells once we have to take this thing apart. Unless, of course, we don't take it apart, in which case then I won't have to worry about it. But for now, we're going to turn the rotor lock on so this thing doesn't spin around too much. And then if I can get a block up on top of there. Really? Oh, my dampeners are off, that's why. Okay. And then we're going to build out in that direction. So let's just go ahead and add on a little bit of stuff. And I am going to be supporting this with wheels because I think it is going to be too much weight. And then the wheels will just kind of track around, I guess, as needed. And then the wheels might actually be the driving force behind this. I think that might actually be a good idea. Okay, next thing that we're gonna need is stairs to get up here. So, stairs I think need interior plates. And we'll get that off of there, throw that into there, and then I guess add some stairs. Now, once again, this is all subject to change. And let's see, we probably want to do... That's not even going to go there, really? Unable to place. So what if we increase our rotor displacement? Just kind of pump it up a little bit. All right, can we do it now? No? Really? You don't want to help me out here? I mean, we can put that there. How do you not want to build? Okay, so what if we went with half blocks? Still no? Still don't want to do anything? Okay. Then we'll cheat our way through this and put stairs down here. And then that's going to be awkward. So then I can drop the rotor down again, I suppose. Okay. All right. Now, does that work a little better? No? How about now? Are you gonna work now? Okay, there we go. So that's nice and easy to get up into. All right, good to go. Okay, so now I can start moving things up here. Okay, so we're gonna build an area off to the back here for the assembler. And we're gonna make it fancy because, of course, we're gonna make it fancy. Duh. And then that's gonna kind of act like a counterweight. And we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5, 6, probably that many. And then, how do I want to handle? Okay, I have an idea. So we're gonna go like this, and like that, and then a full block, and then one of these, one of those, okay. We're going to do the same thing back here. And I need more plate. We have a decent amount of plate, so not too worried about that. Should I turn the build and repair unit off for now? Might be a good idea. All right. I am wasting a lot of time here, so I'm gonna pause, build a bit, and then I'll come back. So I'll be right back. All right, so we've moved most of everything. We've got stuff set up, so the way that I kind of want this to work, let's see if I can actually get up here. Okay, can I go this way? Yes, I can. Okay. So this is going to be enclosed, right? And then we're going to have this guy just kind of spinning around. And by the way, as long as I'm here, no, it wasn't power, it was speed. Okay. So there we go. So speed module is supposed to be able to fit on there. Oh, I need the alloy plates. That's why. Okay. Okay. So we'll throw that in there. So that should get built. I need to throw all of these parts into there as well. All right. So this is something similar to what I had in Chapter 1. It's just like a little enclosure for my assembler. And then eventually I will have the assembler spinning around, which I could actually probably set up right now. Just because, you know, it's fun to look at. Right, so we need this, and we need to put all of those into there. Turn that off. Okay. Then as far as the assembler rotor, assembler, we're going to have this set at 1, and then it'll just kind of spin around inside of there. Maybe we do 2. I do want it to spin a little faster. 2.5. 1.5? That's better. Okay. So yeah, so it'll be in there just kind of doing its thing. We could also increase the displacement here, potentially. Just kind of bump it up a little bit. There we go. So that's in there. We've got a little bit of headspace, a lot of headspace actually. But that's just to make sure that this doesn't get caught like on the corners at all when it's turning. We have our turbine up there, which is in a much higher position now. And how is this still not built, sir? Can I get in there? Yes, I can. Cannot withdraw. I don't want to withdraw. I want you to make it. There we go. So now I can check this guy and see where we are. And then this is going to be, let me see, B and R Hydrobase. Okay. And then, okay, so turbine at this level is getting optimal. So we're good there. Getting all of the power. We still have our battery down here. We probably won't have to move it, but I don't know, might be a good idea to move it. Okay, so this is basically how that is set up now. So we should be good there. I do want to put a better way to get up there. So maybe instead of doing stairs, we just do a ladder. And that might actually be a good idea. And we could actually put that kind of like right in here. Maybe like right here. So we can come right up onto the rotor. All right. And that way we can, you know, get up there as needed. Okay. Now that will allow me to get up very easily. Good to go. Okay. And then we can put some railings around here or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. And I don't think I have three-way railings. I do have. I can do it this way, I suppose. I'm gonna need construction components or not. And then we'll do it like that. So now we have kind of like a three-way going around here, so that way we don't walk out of here and fall down a hole. So, you know, safety first, or is it safety third? I don't know, one of those things. Okay, so we have all of this stuff. And now, so this is going to act as kind of like the counterweight. And then I might throw the refinery under here. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. And I could always rebuild the build and repair system so it's facing downwards. And it should be able to spin around the base over there without any issues. I do wish this thing would build. But I did turn off some of the build stuff so that we wouldn't, you know, waste all my parts. So yeah, so I think glass counts as armor blocks. So that's probably why it's trying to build it. But neither here nor there for now. Let's see. So we're going to go up into here, and then this will be the actual tram going out that way. So this is going to kind of act like the counterweight on the back end to counteract, you know, all the weight. And then I'm also going to have a couple of wheels out there so that way when this thing spins around, you know, it can actually spin around. And it won't put, hopefully it won't put too much stress on this rotor, because that would suck a lot. I'm just going to make this a little bit harder to destroy if I can. You know, I could just turn the build and repair unit back on, or turn the armor blocks back on, I should say. And we'll just enable. Okay. Now that's just going to go crazy building stuff. Okay. So this is kind of the basic idea of what we want. And then this is my little locking mechanism, so I just kind of copied it from the other one, so it just locks from here to here. And it's got the same little spinny do-jobber thing. So that way when we do need to spin this thing to like get ice in a different location, I guess, we will be able to. And then because this section is so close to the center, no matter which way it's turning, I'll still be able to get everything to work and lock and all that other fun stuff. So what I did is I had it so that way this thing can swing out this way, so that way it's not actually touching anything. But now that I think about it, just keeping it here because it isn't technically really touching that yet. Oop, I did not want to do that. Sorry. There we go. So we're locked again. So you can see there is a little tiny bit of space up in there. So this whole thing will be able to spin without that. So having this thing on a rotor, I mean, apart from getting it to small grid, I don't think we really needed to do that. But you know, it's whatever. It works, so I'm not too worried about it. And actually, now that I think about it, well, no, because on this rotor I could have just pushed it up a little bit, and then that would have given me enough space for the magnets, so maybe I didn't need this rotor. I don't know. But yeah, so this is the basic idea. And we're going to keep on building this, but I think I'm going to need more pieces and parts soon. I could put a bank of batteries on the back here. You know, just kind of like tuck them underneath here. Or just kind of build like an entire thing of batteries around here. That might actually be a good idea. And then I could do normal batteries. I think that might be a good idea too. So we'll go ahead and get this going. And I think we want to go with that way. So 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's going to take a lot to build. I know it's going to take a lot to build. But we'll get it queued up as much as we can, I guess. And I can put all of these things into there. And then get this one in there as well. Okay. And then the reason why this is over here instead of over on the other side is because I was using this to build that little tower thing. I don't, like, the whole building from a cockpit still seems to be sort of intermittent. So it doesn't really work all the time, but, you know, it works often enough that it's useful now, so I guess that's okay. Okay, so now with all of these batteries here, this should act like a pretty good counterweight. And plus it should add a little extra protection. And this back end, I think, needs to go out. No, that's exactly where it needs to be. I think the batteries are just offset. Yeah, batteries are just offset, that's fine. And then I can put some glass or something, like just covering them, so that way, you know, they're a little bit more protected. I have no idea if I'm even going to have enough pieces and parts for this. Doesn't look like it. But 5,000. I mean, I can get rid of these, so that'll give me a little bit more. But I mean, that's kind of like what I'm going for. So it is going to look like a really, really, really big crane. And I'm going to do a little bit of fancy work here. So this will go kind of up and then out, and that's going to be where the tram tracks are. And then this is going to kind of go out at an angle, you know, at a 45 to kind of add that little bit of support. And then I'll have the area under here, and I'll probably bump it out like a little bit farther. But I'll have the area under here be kind of like the living area. And I'll probably also stick the refinery in there. That's probably a better place for it. And then I have to worry about all of the storage. which is going to be interesting. Do I want to leave this here? I mean, I could leave it there. It's not hurting anything. But I kind of want this like underside area to be kind of clear if I can, but meh. It's fine. All right. Got a lot of stuff. And then I suppose there aren't any steel plates left in here. Just what I put in there, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to build this out a little bit this way, a little bit farther, because I can. That'll be the last of my steel plates. Unless, of course, I turn off build and repair, Hydrobase. We're just going to turn and disable those again, so that way when I make these armor blocks, ooh, and I have to make a bunch in there too. That sucks. But I mean, it's going fast, so. Fully recharged in negative 11 days. How do you have a negative 11? That is hilarious, actually. So, -9 on this one. -9 on this one. Interesting. Okay. So, I think what I need to do now is get some more iron and bring it back. So, let's see, we're at 57 minutes. Okay. So, we'll just take a little tour here. So you can see once this does get kind of built out a little bit better, that is going to look like a big weight on the back end. And then this is just going to go up and then out like a while. So, but I'm going to pause, get some iron, and then I will resume when I get back. So, yeah, be right back. So, yeah, we've got a storm rolling in, and it is getting very, very hard to see anything, as you can tell. So, yeah, that's always fun. But, I mean, I think I should be fine, so, I don't know. I thought that I could go, like, around the mountains, how I wouldn't have to go, like, quite so high. But, I don't think it works that way for this. I think this little valley that the lake is in is, it's kind of nestled in between a few peaks, so if you go around it, you're never actually going to hit it. Alright, so now, we should be able to start dropping. Hopefully. Okay. But yeah, like, even like looking at it from like this distance, because you can sort of see it, I guess, it is absolutely tiny compared to the size of this lake. Like, it is ridiculous. And then we're only going to be taking out a very small section of this. And we're going to have like an ungodly amount of hydrogen out of this. Yeah, I mean, this thing is just kind of happily doing its thing. So I'm pretty happy about that. we go, and we are locked. Okay, so got a lot of iron, so that should help us build out everything here. So I'm just gonna start building just a crap ton of plates, and then we're just gonna have this kind of build everything. So let me see, production, we're just gonna go with like 1,000 for starters. I know that we're gonna need more. I should probably do like 3,000, honestly. Well, no, I mean 1,000 should cover a lot of this, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't know why I went in there, but whatever. There is the last battery. Yeah, I'm gonna make like another 1,000 because I know I'm gonna need them. All right, so then from here I can continue building out this a little bit better, and I think what I want to do on the back end over here, instead of having this on here, I think I'm going to build a little tiny landing pad, so that way I can dock the ship. I think that would be useful. 4, 5, 1. I'm going to need more plate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then depending on how I want to do this, I might end up having to move the build and repair unit to a different place and then kind of piping all of this up. But okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And we'll put little rounded corners on here to make it look fancy. And I think a color palette change for this would be a good idea. And I think I want to go blue camo. Because it'll blend in better. And that just, you know, makes everything better. And, you know, as far as, you know, being safe goes, blending is better than standing out like a sore thumb. Okay, so that's that. So these are now getting built. They're doing their thing. Yeah, I mean, it's working, I guess. I could put the connector, no, I think I want to put the connector closer to that. Also, you're not built yet. What do you need? Steel tubes? Okay. Alright, so that's that. For now, I think I'm just going to do just the power connection here. And then we'll go up like this. And then we'll go in with another one of these. And then we'll throw the connector here. There we go. Then I'll get these pieces built. Okay. Oh, I didn't need the battery in there. Whoops. Yeah, don't make... Yeah, just get rid of all this. And then we'll just try it again. Okay. One thing that I don't have here is protection from meteors. Like that one. Right there. See that one? That one's pretty much heading directly for me. Oh my god. How did that not leave a crater? Whew. So, turrets out here, probably a good idea. Or turrets on there, I should say. Okay, so what do you need? Okay, check build planner empty, build planner full. All right. There we go. And now we can get rid of that. And then also, let me get these things made as well. So we need that. We need that. Just throw those in there. There we go. I probably made too many because that was one piece, not two pieces. Okay, so now we can take this guy and plug it in. So, okay, so 5, and then we'll jump up. Ooh, I am way higher than I thought I would be. Yeah, that's not gonna, it's not gonna work if I want to get out of here. But okay. Yep, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Luckily this hasn't built out all the way. Nope, not what I wanted. Okay, so we'll go out, what do you think, 2 more? I'm gonna need some more block though, or plate. Am I out of plate, really? Jeez. How much iron do I have? 21,000? Okay, so we'll make another 2,000. All right. And we are at 1 hour and 8 minutes. So I am going to have to stop soon. All right. Okay, so we're going to put in these guys again. Good to go. All right. So now I can get in and out of there more easily, I suppose. And I suppose we also need to change this color and change that color. There we go. That'll work. And then I'm going to change these to rounded corners. Not that that's really going to matter where the battery is, but and actually, I mean, I can replace the block under the battery if I do this first. And then 7, and then we can get rid of that. Okay, good to go. And this is just that way the batteries, the main block of batteries, when they spin around, I just want to make sure there's a decent amount of clearance here. And plus it's better if this thing has more of a rounded base. Alright, so, and then we'll go out to about there, and then we'll start going up at an angle, but I want to use beams for that. And these, I think I want to be like a light rust. Oh, that looks terrible with blue though. Battered? No, that looks bad with blue too. What the heck, man? We'll see. That looks terrible with, does anything look good with, okay, that looks decent. Dust? No. Like any kind of brown does not work with blue. Concrete? That might actually work. Just for these pieces, of course. And then let me hop up here. Might actually be easier to do this from the caterpillar. Okay, and then we'll do that and that. Yeah, this would be easier to do from the caterpillar. I wonder if this thing's actually, no, it is recharging. Well, it wasn't, but meh, whatever. I don't care. So let's go and go this way. Control G. And now it doesn't want to do anything. Oh, man. Okay. So let's land. And then reset. Get out. Get back in. Control G. And beam. This guy. And okay. Let's try this again. Will you work now? Yes. Okay, good. I don't know, it's just it's finicky. I don't know how far up we want to go. Probably to about right there, and then we'll have the main level be even with the top level of that. I think that would probably work. This part be concrete. I mean, we could make the whole thing be concrete. Or we could just change the colors some other time. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really care too much. So we're going to go back to here, which will put us under there. And then we're going to go and throw in a curved block here. All right. And then I think that'll be good, and I can build the rest of this by hand. Okay, and then needs to go this way, and down, and then back. All right, 7, charge. Good, good. And I didn't fall off, which is amazing. Okay, so now I need to be able to get up here. So this is just gonna have to come down temporarily. If you want to work with me, please. And then that'll be good for that. Then we'll go across this way. But I feel like I don't want it to be, I don't know, like, I have an idea of what I want this to look like, but I have no idea if I'm actually going to be able to make it look like that. 7, can go that way. And I don't want it to be like just solid blocks the whole way, because that's, you know, that's boring. Let's try going up on the outside. There we go. Okay, so that'll work for that. And then I want this to be sort of like a graded section. You know, like a grate. So I wonder if we do a beam down the middle. But I want this to be kind of viewable from the bottom. Like, what I'm saying is, like, I want to be able to see kind of up through this thing. And then we'll go like that and like that. Okay. And then from here we can put on some catwalk plates. I think those need interior plates though. No, they need construction components. Can I build them? I cannot. I do need construction components. Okay. Do I have any? Alright, so now we should be able to do this. And I'm thinking this thing needs to be more of a gray than a blue. Alright, so then we want to go here. Okay, so it looks a little bit more, I don't know, see-through. Okay, and we have 12 here. So we need 48 girders and 240 small steel tubes. Hopefully that'll be enough. All right, and then we probably want to do some beams down this way. So give me the end. Actually, you know what? No, we're just going to do regular old beam blocks. Okay, so that's going to be the basic structure, I think. And then I want to see, like, if we can do like a gray, maybe gray dust. I don't know, it's something. I'd have to see what it looks like from farther away though. I mean, it looks like a bit older and like more used, which is kind of a good thing, I think. All right, and then from here, we're going to build out that way. I don't know, how do I feel about this being gray and dusty? Or do I want it to be like rusty? Is that what I want? I could do heavy rust. See what that looks like. No, it looks a little too much. If we did light rust. So it's still mostly gray. I still like the dust better. I think I'm gonna go with the dust. Could go with frozen. That would look probably terrible. Let's be honest. I mean, it definitely looks frozen, but I don't think that's quite what we're going for. I think I'm gonna stick with the dust. Yeah. I think that looks better. Okay, so we've got kind of the base part of this thing done, I guess. I could probably put like a wheel down here or whatever to kind of help offset some of the weight, maybe. But then again, if I've already dug over here, then the wheels aren't going to do anything. So, but I still feel, I mean, that's a lot of force to put onto a single rotor because this thing is going to be heavy. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm like way over my time. We're at 1 hour and 21 minutes, but I did want to just kind of get at least the basic idea of this thing down. So, you know, I have an idea of what it looks like and you guys have an idea of what I'm kind of thinking of. And, you know, that's kind of it. So that's the back end, right? So this is going to be the heavy end, or the counterweight end, I should say. So I'm going to probably need to do more stuff. And then I'm going to have the tram end be kind of going out this way. And then we'll have, you know, a little thing running back and forth to mine and do all that other fun stuff. So, yeah, that's what I got. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you'll join me in the next one. So let me just zoom in a little. Maybe like that. No. There we go. Yeah, it's a start. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.